Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trinity Baptist College, the home of the Eagles. As you see the teams lining up in the center of the field, we are getting ready for the final regular season home game for Trinity Baptist College men's soccer. And that is because this Saturday's game scheduled against Johnson University of Florida has been canceled. So this turns out that the Eagles will play their final game of the season at home right here this afternoon. The Eagles will still head down to Southeastern University this Thursday afternoon to take on the NAIA Fire. But because of the schedule change, today is Senior Celebration Day here at Trinity Baptist College for men's soccer. And while we have a moment, we have some fantastic news to pass along to all of our Eagles fans. This week's NCAA Division II rankings have come out, and the women's soccer is ranked #1 in the country. The gentlemen are ranked #5 for the third consecutive week. So congratulations to both men and women's soccer. This afternoon, the Falcons of Florida College have made their way up from Temple Terrace, Florida, taking on our Eagles. And the Eagles have a tough opponent on the field this afternoon. The Falcons have a perfect 11-0 record as they play their final regular season game. So a win will secure their second consecutive undefeated season. These two teams met earlier in the season, and Florida College won that game 4-0 over Trinity Baptist College. The Eagles, or rather the Falcons, have played a little technical difficulty with the sound equipment just down below us. That's the sound that you hear. We're going to have that straightened out in just a moment. We're going to tell you more about these two teams in just a moment. Right now, Athletic Director Mr. John D. Jones is going to introduce our players, have prayer, and national anthem, and he's going to talk about the seniors on the Eagles roster.
Your very own Trinity Baptist College Eagles. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please rise. We will, as I lead in prayer, and then remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for a beautiful day. We thank you for beautiful weather, that we can be outside and enjoy your creation. We thank you, Lord, for the abilities that you've given to each of these student athletes. We thank you for traveling safety for Florida College today. And we ask, Father, your blessing upon this game. We pray that the competition, the attitudes, the sportsmanship will reflect the godly character that each of these gentlemen possess. We thank you for what these institutions represent. And Lord, may everything that occurs on this field today be pleasing to your sight. Keep us free from injury. Give wisdom to the officials. And may the fans be good sportsmen as we observe and support the efforts of our players on the field today. Lord, we also want to thank you for our seniors who will be honored at halftime today. Thank you for the contributions that they have made to Trinity Baptist College men's soccer. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
And ladies and gentlemen, the players are greeting each other, and they'll head to their respective tents over on the far sidelines, and then they'll head back out onto the field and line up as we get ready for men's soccer here at Trinity Baptist College. As we were saying, the Falcons are 11 wins and no losses on the season. They have scored 61 goals in those 11 games for an average of 5.5 goals per game. The defense has been very tough as well, an average of 1 goal per game. Florida College won 4-0 down in Temple Terrace, Florida on October 10th, getting goals from Sorel St. Fleur, Fernando Ortiz, Ivan Rodriguez, and Lenny Vasquez. Meanwhile, the home team, Trinity Baptist College Eagles, come into today's match with a record of 5-7-1 overall on the season. They are 2-2-1 in Division II South Region play, which has ended with that cancellation to Johnson University of Florida. So again, the final regular season home game for Trinity Baptist College. The Eagles will head down to Lakeland, Florida this Thursday night, and they will take on Southeastern University at 7:30 p.m. And then the Eagles will prepare for the South Region Tournament, and that will occur at Bob Jones University up in Greenville, South Carolina. Head coach of men's soccer, Mr. Ellie Jean, and he is assisted by former Eagles players Josh O'Hara and Carlos Sebastian, and the athletic director of Trinity Baptist College, Mr. John D. Jones. So you see the men heading back out onto the field. The head coach for the Florida College Falcons, Mr. Saif Al-Safir, in his 4th season at the helm. He is assisted by Mr. David Castillo in his 3rd season, Mr. Josiah Jones in his 4th season, and in their first seasons, assistant coaches Peyton Anderson and Joseph Fabian. Players are ready. Trinity Baptist College Eagles in their white jerseys with the gold lettering and numbering and the blue trim, and Florida College, the Falcons, in the fluorescent green uniforms. They are heading from the left to the right across your screen, the Eagles from right to left, and we are underway as the Eagles kick off. Telius tries to get it downfield. She lands to Love, now on a charge. However, he's blocked by Anthony Aguirre, and the Eagles send the ball to the outside. Good attack right away from the Eagles, but just as good defense from the Falcons. We told you about that just a couple of minutes ago. Falcons defense allowing an average of just 1 goal per game, 11 total on the season in their 11 games they've played. Angelo Fernandez sends it down the left side towards Clayton McDaniel. And McDaniel finds Briones. Absolutely beautiful Tuesday afternoon here on the west side of Jacksonville. 78 degrees, not a cloud in sight. Bright, beautiful blue skies overhead and all around. And now the Falcons with an opportunity. And we have a tripping foul. It's right near the line of the penalty area. We'll see what the call is. If it's inside the box, that might be a penalty kick for the Falcons. Looks like it is just outside, maybe about 1.5 feet beyond the corner. So nevertheless, though, that's going to be a direct free kick for Florida College. And number 22, Christopher Ospina, looks like he's going to take this kick. He has scored twice this season, and he has 5 assists. Leading scorer for the Falcons, so there's a tie for that honor. Gregorio Calvillo and Gruchov Pierre. Ospina getting ready. Kyle Altman in goal for Trinity Baptist, and the direct kick right at the goal is off a player and out of bounds. Tough to tell which player last touched that ball. And we're going to see what the call is. It is off a Trinity player, so a direct corner kick rather, and heading over is Ivan Rodriguez. Just underway. Just about 2 minutes and 20 seconds have passed by from the opening whistle. The corner kick on the ground and still in play. Eagles clear it away. I'm Ray Bureau. My son Dean, as always, working the camera for us here this afternoon. If you're anywhere near the vicinity, come on out and enjoy not just this soccer, but this fantastic weather. It's been a long time since we've had temperatures under 80 degrees here in Florida. Florida College Falcons coming up from Temple Terrace to join us here in Jacksonville. Coming up on the 3-minute mark, just into the first half, and Fernandez will back it up and kick it back into play. He'll back it up again. And here is the free kick from Angelo Hernandez, booted well down front. The wind, not much of a factor. It's just a gentle breeze blowing from the north to the south. That's left to right across your screen. But not much of a factor, nothing like it was here Saturday afternoon when the gusts were well over 20 miles per hour. In the goal for Florida College, number 1, Austin McDaniel. He has 19 saves on the season. Might not sound like a whole lot in 11 games, but remember that tight Falcons defense has not allowed many shots. Sent downfield. Alvaro Poveda is able to get it back up for the Eagles. Stolen away from Ospina. He heads it downfield, and Gene Hilaire is there to knock it away. However, Pierre picks it up. The shot blocked by Gene Hilaire. Second chance is a goal. Number 11, Ivan Rodriguez. He took the first shot. Gene Hilaire knocked it away. It went right back to Rodriguez. He put the second chance in. And the Falcons have a 1-0 lead. Just about 4:15 in the first half, and Florida College is on the board. So Trinity will kick off, trailing 1-0. This one just inside the box. Rodriguez, 2 attempts, as we said, in case you missed it. Hit off Hilaire. Rodriguez was right there, didn't waste any time. He found an opening, and he hit the right side of the net for the first goal of the game. 62 goals now on the season for the Falcons. And for Rodriguez, that is goal number 1. Of course, we're getting our information from 2 sources. WeAreFC.com for Florida Falcons, Florida College Falcons rather, and the USCAA.org has all the teams in that organization. Trinity Baptist in 13 games is averaging 1.6 goals per game, 23 total, and they've allowed 34. The Eagles have taken 173 shots on the season. That's 13.3 per game. So the Eagles have been terrific on the attack. They've met up with some fantastic goalkeepers in both the NCCAA and NAIA divisions. And we have a whistle. That'll be a free kick, and Grimaldo immediately gets the ball back into play upfield for the Eagles. Glad you're able to join us here on YouTube Live, TBC Eagles. I'm Ray Bureau, and Dean, as always, working the camera for us. Thank you for joining us. We're glad you're able to right here on YouTube Live. This Thursday afternoon, these 2 schools will meet up again, but in the women's division, as the Lady Falcons make their way up to Jacksonville to take on the NCAA Division II's number 1 team in this week's rankings, Trinity Baptist College Eagles. There's DeLance giving chase, but it's knocked away by McDaniel. He was able to come out the goal just past the penalty box line, so he had to use his feet. He cleared it away to keep the ball away from DeLance DeLance, number 25 for the Eagles. Polls came out this week. You can look at NCCAA.org, the NCCAA.org, and see this week's rankings. Later tonight, we'll have something up on TBCEagles.com so you can read about the rankings. Lady Eagles have held the number 3 spot for the last few weeks. Their win over Bob Jones University this past weekend, Thursday afternoon to be exact, earned them the top spot this week. Down front, and the shot attempt by Melius just a little bit too high. Got under it just enough to get it over the crossbar, and the Eagles had an opportunity but come away empty. So 1-0 Falcons still lead just past the 7-minute mark. As I say every time, my time not official. Gentlemen in red on the field have control of that. Adam Rahman is second on the Eagles with saves in the goal. He has 5, but Austin McDaniel, the starter, has 19, and a big boot past the midfield stripe. That was off the ground, and we have a whistle that will go to the Falcons. Fernandez called for the push, and a free kick coming up for Florida College. Christopher Ospina gets ready for the kick. He sends it downfield to the top of the box and headed away by Gene Hilaire. Trinity Baptist College men's basketball games begin this Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. versus Columbia International University. And because of the cancellation for the soccer game, we'll be able to bring that men's basketball game to you right here on TBC Eagles on YouTube Live. Head coach John D. Jones with a brand new team. Lots of new faces on the Eagles roster getting ready for their first game of the season this Saturday afternoon. Fernandez looking for some help up front. He finds number 8, Jeremy Telis. And Telis sends it outside. Fustel trying to get it upfield, taken away. Yvonne Rodriguez. And now the Eagles are able to send it back up. Have a correction to make on the goal scored earlier for Florida College. That was number 7, Gruchov Pierre, on that second chance goal. And for him, that is goal number 8 on the season. So as I tell my students, see a mistake, correct the mistake. 1-0 Florida College, nevertheless. Throw in for the Falcons, knocked away and cleared upfield. McDaniel is open in the middle. Sheila DeLance retreats. And Fernandez trying to hit Telis. Josh Briones loses control, but we're going to have a whistle and a blocking called on Christopher Ospina. So a free kick for Trinity, and Josh Briones, he can hit from this distance. Let's see what he has in mind. He's going to give way to Angelo Fernandez, who also has the leg to go right toward the goal should he choose to do so. 5 Eagles attackers inside the penalty box. One-man wall for the Falcons, and the kick towards the goal. A header from McDaniel just a bit to the right. Senior Clayton McDaniel doing one of his specialties, a header off the free kick. He's been successful with that a few times this season. This time he misses just a bit wide to the right. Credit McDaniel with a shot on goal, the first for the Eagles. 2 total shot attempts and a goal kick coming up for Austin McDaniel. So Austin McDaniel, we saw him boot one deep his last time he had a goal kick, and he does the same. This one a little more toward the center of the field. DeLance and Briones on the outside. Briones gets around one. Poveda comes up. Tries to cross it inside, but defense by the Falcons keeps it to the sidelines. Briones looking for DeLance. It's off his body and into the hands of McDaniel. That was a pass attempt and a low line drive punt Fielded by Fustel of Trinity. Grimaldo on the right side, knocked out of bounds, so a throw in for Trinity. Garrett Fustel finds DeLance in the middle, but DeLance unable to control the ball. Falcons on the attack. Gregorio Calvillo, number 4 for the Falcons, with that last charge upfield, and throw in now for Florida College. Telius with a man coming from behind, has Briones to the left, DeLance toward the right. Sliding tackle unsuccessful from Lenny Vasquez. Fustel has his pass attempt blocked. That was Calvillo with that sliding tackle, and a man down, and we're going to have a stop in play and a yellow card called against the Falcons. On the block that knocked down an Eagles player. Free kick for Trinity, and we're going to have a yellow card. Well, the card hasn't been held up yet. Might just be a warning, and that looks like that is going to be the call. So a free kick for Trinity, and the clock will resume once the ball's put into play. Angelo Fernandez will take the kick. Expect him to send it down towards the goal where he has a number of attackers and teammates. And the header by the Falcons clears it back towards midfield, but knocked down by Mylons Calixte. Hilaire at the circle, looking for some teammates to the outside. Telius hits Alvaro Poveda down the left side. Briones is open deep. And a defender knocks it away, but Poveda keeps it in bounds, hits Briones. Cross pass and knocked away and onto the baseball field. Number 5, Zach Miller with the defense. That's the baseball field you see behind us. That's where the Eagles baseball team practices and plays their games, along with the Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors, who share this facility with us on 800 Hammond Boulevard. Corner kick from Briones, angled in and overshoots the offense, and it's cleared away. Ball knocked down and picked up by Fernandez. Poveda with a man on, sends it back to Fernandez, tries to get it downfield but missed his target, and it's a throw-in for the Falcons. Coming up at halftime, we're going to honor the seniors on this Eagles roster, as this is Senior Day here at Trinity Baptist College. The women's team will play its final regular season home game this Saturday. I'm going to double check that. This Thursday afternoon against Florida College. There are no seniors on the Eagles roster this year. 3 juniors, however. Alexa Goodwin, Emily Martinez, and Arissa Robles. Told you about the good news for the number 1 Lady Eagles in this week's poll. And also, Kristen Pabin, the defender, has won this week's Division II Defensive Player of the Week as well. You can see about that on TBCEagles.com. So good news for women's soccer here at Trinity Baptist College. Out of bounds again, another throw in for the Eagles. Ball headed back up towards the Falcons' goal, and Vasquez made the play. Palavara tries to get it down to Briones, but it's intercepted. McDaniel and Duero tie things up, and now we have a foul called. That's going to be against Telius. So a free kick for Florida College right at midfield. And now the official says to back it up about 10 yards. Alejandro Duero taking the kick for the Falcons. Good long boot right towards the goal. Had the distance, but Kyle Altman was ready for it. Talk about a strong leg. That's Alejandro Duero. That ball was about 12 yards past the midfield stripe, and he reached the goal with it. So credit him with a shot on goal. And this one knocked away by Fernandez. Duero taps it down to teammate Vasquez. And this one is well off the mark. Vasquez got it off the side of his foot, and that's a goal kick for the Eagles. 1-0 the Falcons lead, coming up on 17 minutes into the first half. Fernandez will take the goal kick. Big boot from Fernandez, well past the stripe. So we've seen some really strong legs already here this afternoon. Very impressive shot attempt from Alejandro Duero. And a goal scored earlier from Gruchov Pierre. Hopefully we're pronouncing that name correctly, Gruchov. Falcons send the ball to the right side. That is Sorel St. Fleur. Number 10 gets the ball back. Pierre on the right side, just inside the box, sends it in. And Gene Hilaire's there to head it away. Calixte finds Grimaldo right at midfield, and Calixte receives the pass. DeLance to the right side. Tried to pass it back, but ball hit off his foot at the wrong angle and went out of bounds right at the Eagles bench. Valverde battling Fustel, and Valverde wins that battle, loses control of the ball a moment later, and Gene Hilaire boots it well downfield. It's out of bounds, Falcons throw in. And the Falcons will send it back to McDaniel, who has a nice off-the-ground kickball style boot. Past midfield, and the Falcons come up with possession. This one cleared away by Gene Hilaire. That'll give his defense a chance to get back. Also, though, it gives the attackers for the Falcons a chance to make their way upfield as well. And a whistle will back the Falcons up a little bit. Throw in is good. And out of bounds, another throw in for Florida College. One sent inside toward the goal, but nobody there. Looked like it might have been intended for a Falcons player. Going to be a goal kick for Trinity. Angelo Fernandez again will take the goal kick. Gruchov Pierre was the closest Falcon to that last pass. Fustel and St. Fleur battling for the ball. This time Fustel comes away with it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Fustel, so a throw in for Florida College. Falcons on the attack. Cleared away, a good play by Angelo Fernandez. Ball never did go out of bounds, it stayed in play. If you're hearing other whistles that sound like they're off in the distance, that's the TCA Conquerors baseball practice. Let's hope it doesn't confuse the players on the field in front of us. This one out of bounds, and it will be a throw in for the Falcons. Looks like we're going to have a substitution for Florida College. There's a man over at the sideline waiting to be called in, and here he comes. Heading off the field is Gruchov Pierre. And the new Falcon coming on. No numbers on the front of the jersey, so we'll see as he turns his back toward us. Number 12 is Yoel Porley, a name that might sound familiar to Eagles fans. He was on the national championship team 2 years ago. We saw him make a visit with Florida College back to Trinity last year. So Yoel Porley, a former Eagle, good to see him back out on the field. Eagles 2 years ago, the NCCAA Division II national champions. So I'm sure Yoel Porley has some fond memories of his days playing for then coach Bill Brindley and the Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Of course, Coach Bill Brindley now at Columbia International University, and this pass intended downfield for Zane Downey. However, Austin McDaniel beats him to the ball. That was a pass attempt, not a shot. Ball headed out of bounds toward a nice silver pickup truck over off in the distance. Throw in for the Falcons. Picked up just outside the box. Eagles are able to clear it away. DeLance sends it upfield, but his pass is off the mark and intercepted. Falcons will send it back up. Out of bounds. Each team saying the other guy touched it last. The official says it's Eagles ball. Throw in for the Eagles. Fustel right at the Falcons bench. Briones is able to knock it down. Pavedo, after the exchange, comes away with the ball. And a whistle. It's going to be a free kick for Trinity. Briones not waiting. Finds a man down front. Juan Grimaldo, the pass just out of his reach. He's trying to keep it in bounds. He at least gets it to the sideline for a throw-in. We've seen the foot of Austin McDaniel a few times already, so a throw-in. Thanks to Grimaldo with the sliding save, keeping that ball to the side. Eagles near midfield. Telis trying to get outside, meets up with two good defenders. Garrett Fustel has it knocked away. And Grimaldo will let it roll out of bounds, pick it up, and throw it in. Eagles looking for another opportunity. 2 shots so far, 1 on goal. Briones just outside the box, has it knocked away, and this is going to be a corner kick for the Eagles. So Briones will set up. Eagles attackers head toward the goal. Fernandez is right in front of the goal. There's a Falcon on every Eagle. 3 attackers in the vicinity. The kick is headed away. Could not tell which Falcon got on it, and a second chance attempt is a little too high. Angelo Fernandez with that attempt got under it. 1-0, the Falcons lead in case you joined us late. We're coming up on 26 minutes into the first half. Gruchov Pierre took a shot, got the rebound off the block, wasted no time, found the right side of the net. He did that in 5. That's been the only goal of the game to this point. Briones with a header back upfield, and now a whistle. This one's going to be called, looks like, on Zane Downey. So a free kick for Ospina, and he gets it back in play, but Downey a little too close, so they're going to replay it. This time the touch pass to get it back underway. Poorly down the right side is defended by Alvaro Poveda. Number 13, Alejandro Duero, will throw it in. And a whistle as the official is going to talk to a player on both teams. Ivan Rodriguez for the Falcons and Telis for the Eagles. Ball's inside the box, knocked out of bounds, and a goal kick coming up for Kyle Altman. But it looks like he's going to give away to Fernandez once again. Tell you, I thought Saturday was the best weather of the season. It was beautiful, but today has it beat. Completely clear blue skies, 78 degrees, and a nice gentle breeze. 0% chance of rain in tonight's forecast, according to newsforjacks.com. Expect to be this way Thursday afternoon, but about 10 degrees cooler when the ladies take on the Lady Falcons this Thursday afternoon at 4 p.m. And yes, we'll have that for you live on TBC Eagles on YouTube. Right in the center of the field is Fernandez. He gets it outside to Fustel. A man coming on, hard contact, no call, and out of bounds. This one goes over to the Falcons. Chris Berisha on the defense on Fustel just a moment ago. In the corner, Falcons trying to set up an attack. Ball sent inside, but knocked away by Gene Hilaire. Zach Miller was the man trying to get inside. Throw in for Trinity. Women's volleyball regular season will end this Saturday as the Eagles travel over to Pensacola Christian College. They're going to take on the Eagles of Pensacola. That's a South Region match. That'll be the final regular season game for the volleyball team. And just like both soccer teams, their South Region tournament gets underway next Thursday, November 2nd. The volleyball tournament will be at Toccoa Falls College. Downey gets it off inside. DeLance trying to get it back to Downey, but defended. Ball still alive in front of the net. Downey and 3 Falcons giving chase. And the defense holding tight once again. Falcons defense able to clear the ball away and keep the Eagles from getting off a shot. Fernandez will retreat back to Altman. He's out of the box, so he must kick. He sends it back upfield. Altman now heading back toward the goal as a number of Falcon attackers make their way upfield. Eagles trying to set up an opportunity, and there's going to be a foul. Number 9, Bernardo Ortiz, called for the pull from behind on Fernandez. Told you about the men's basketball team. First game this coming Saturday. Next opportunity, we'll let you know when the Lady Eagles get their first tip-off of the 2017-18 season. Poveda battling one man near the sideline, and it's going to be Falcons' ball. That's Yoel Porley. Falcons will throw it in. Downfield, Fernandez with the header. Right back into the possession of Duero. And a trip from behind on Alejandro Duero. And the official is going to have a word with Duero. Fernandez will get ready for the free kick. He's all right. And we're going to have a stop in play as a yellow card has been called on Duero. So the clock temporarily stops while the official processes the card. That gives us an opportunity to let you know that Thursday, November 2nd, women's basketball tip-off classic. Eagles will play Blue Light College at 7 p.m. That's on November 2nd. Ladies are back on the court. Friday afternoon, November 3rd, taking on Georgia Northwest Technical College. Back underway. And Eagles sending it downfield, headed away. We're about at minute 32 here in the first half. And a goal kick coming up for Austin McDaniel. So McDaniel heads back up. Also on Friday, November 3rd, the men's basketball team will play Blue Light College in the men's version of the Eagle Tip-Off Classic. That's at 7:30, Friday, November 3rd. Then on Saturday the 4th, the gentlemen will play Georgia Northwest Tech, NAI team that the Eagles defeated last year. Falcons on the attack. Ortiz to Porley. The shot attempt is a goal for the Falcons. Yoel Porley in minute 33 scores the second goal of the game. So the Falcons lead 2-0. Give the assist to Bernardo Ortiz. He found Porley on the left side of the box, and Porley got it into the goal. And a 2-0 lead for Florida College. Remember, this team is undefeated, and this is their final game. So if the Falcons win this one, they will complete their second straight undefeated season. Going to have a substitution for Florida College. Duero will head off for the remainder of the first half. Eagles waiting for the whistle. Downey will kick it back into play. And we are back underway. So the cliche, biting the hand that once fed him. Porley with the goal for the Falcons. 2-0, Florida College leads. Barisha on the left side retreats. Ospina sends it downfield towards Porley. Just inside the box. And Poveda on the defense keeps Porley from getting off a shot. Throw in for the Falcons. Right in front of the goal, and we have a whistle. This one is going to be against Florida College. There's a man down for Trinity. And this is going to take a moment. The official now stops the clock as we're coming up on 34 minutes into the half. Eagles player is up. That is Alvaro Poveda. So we'll be back underway in just a moment. Approximately 11 minutes left to go here in the first half. Fernandez with the free kick. Past the midfield stripe and picked up by the Falcons. DeLance was looking for Torian Lee at the right side. A ball stolen away. Poorly battling DeLance. DeLance wins that battle, and the Eagles look to form an attack. So Fustel heads it down the left side, rather the right side for the Eagles, and has it knocked away. Possible opportunity, went into the net, but the official called offside, so that nullifies the shot. Altman, once he heard the whistle, he slowed things down. So a free kick, and once again, Angelo Fernandez will take the kick. Passes it to Fustel to get us back underway. Josh Valverde was the man going for the ball to try to get off that shot. Got a little bit too far beyond the defenders. A couple of men tie up near the sidelines, and the ball's out of bounds. A throw in for the Falcons. Fernandez beats one man, finds Poveda to the left. Downfield, intended for Lee, but taken away. Telis and Calixte working the middle of the field, some contact, no call. Officials letting them play. And now we're going to have a call against the Eagles. Mylans Calixte called for the trip. That'll be a free kick for Florida College. We've seen them take some deep kicks right toward the goal. Remember Duero earlier in this half, from about 12 yards behind the stripe, went right to the goal and had the distance, but Altman was there to make the play. This one also sent toward the goal, but knocked away by the defense, and a tripping call. There were two men in the area, Fernandez and Poorly. And this one's going to go against Yoel Poorly. So a free kick for the Eagles, and Fernandez, as he's done all game, gets ready. Long kick downfield. Downey in the area, heads it up to Lee. Lee with the body check, but loses the ball, and that call, it will be against the Falcons. It was just outside the box. Not a penalty kick, but it will be a direct kick for Trinity. Zane Downey is lining up. And now Grimaldo steps up to take the kick. Looks like a four-man wall for the Falcons. Two Eagles ready, Downey and Grimaldo. We'll see which one takes the kick. Downey backs it up. McDaniel to the right side of the net. Five-man wall now. It'll be Grimaldo. A little bit too high and over the crossbar. First shot attempt for Juan Grimaldo. Three of those shots by the Eagles have gone over the crossbar. McDaniel has a shot on goal, a header attempt. That was saved by Austin McDaniel. One save each for McDaniel and Altman. Falcons have scored twice. Pass intended, but grabbed by Kyle Altman. Yoel Poorly was the intended recipient of that pass. And the Falcons again send it downfield. fairly even ball control throughout this first half. Both teams playing good defense, but the Falcons have found the net twice. This one out of bounds over near the sideline, right at the Falcons bench. Trinity's ball, as we have under 6 minutes left to play in the first half. Eagles again with the throw-in. Fustel throws it in. Intercepted by the Falcons. And this one is Eagles ball down the left side. And a whistle on a trip. This one's going against the Eagles. Jeremy Telis called for the trip, so a free kick for Florida College. Under 5 minutes left in the first half. This one sent toward the goal. Attempted header by Ortiz. That goes wide to the left. Goal kick for Kyle Altman. Ortiz has scored 4 times this season. He's also assisted 3 other goals. 11 total points for Bernardo Ortiz. Two men go for the ball, a whistle. This one will go against Torian Lee. So another free kick for Florida College. Christopher Ospina with the free kick. 3 attackers up front, the header over the crossbar. Ortiz with another header attempt. Had the distance, a little too much of it at that. We have about 3.5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Fernandez off the ground to the midfield stripe. A couple more players go down to get right back up, and the Eagles will have the throw in. Fustel's pass taken away by Porley. Man coming up from behind, Calixte with the trip, and he will be called. Free kick. Looks like about 7 yards beyond the penalty box, so approximately 25 yards out. Ivan Rodriguez and number 22, Ospina. Rodriguez lined up to take the kick. Eagles will set up a 4-man wall right at the penalty box line. Now the official's going to back him up just a bit. So the ball's about 10 yards out. There's the kick, and it's too high and over the crossbar. Shot attempt for Ivan Rodriguez. Misses high, and the score remains 2-0. Closing moments of the first half. Remember, coming up at halftime, we're going to honor our seniors in the final home game in their college career. Free kick coming up for the Falcons. Ospina has done most of the free kicks. This time he passes it to the side and kept in bounds. That's Daniel Guerrera. Fustel with the boot towards midfield. Eagles need to get downfield in a hurry. About a minute left here in the first half. A couple men go down, no call. Sliding tackle attempt unsuccessful. Ball's headed back toward Altman. He's going to boot it away, and it goes out of bounds. Under a minute to go. Falcons looking for another opportunity before that whistle blows. Rodriguez giving chase. Looked like he had a chance at the ball, but backed off, and now a man goes down. Good sportsmanship by Fernandez, helping Porley get to his feet. Torian Lee hits DeLance. Wall pass intercepted. Poveda on the left side. His pass attempt deflected. Ball still in play. Now cleared away and out of bounds. Anthony Aguirre on the defense, keeping the Eagles from making any further advance. Throw in. Falcons defenders yelling no foul, not wanting to give Trinity an opportunity at a free direct kick. And that is going to do it for the first half. With the score, Florida College 2, Trinity Baptist College nothing. Goals are scored by Gruchov Pierre in minute 5 and Yoel Porley in minute 33. One more half of men's soccer here on this field this season. It's going to be a few minutes when the seniors come out on the field. We'll turn it over to Coach Jones. We'll let you hear about the seniors on Senior Day here at Trinity Baptist College. Until then, stay with us. I'm Ray Bureau. Thank you for joining us here on TBC Eagles on YouTube.
go into middle center circle.
And welcome back to Trinity Baptist College. You see the Eagles lining up. We're about to honor the seniors on this roster, and doing that honor for us will be women's head soccer coach, Mr. Prince Board.
Welcome to Trinity Baptist College Men's Soccer Senior Night. First up, Juan Grimaldo. Juan, number 9, 40-year Trinity Baptist College soccer player, All-American. His major is business, and Juan wanted to let everyone know he gave his life to Christ last year, and he's pretty excited about it. Caleb Villa, number 16, also 4-year soccer player. Caleb want to say my experience at Trinity Baptist College have been life-changing and humbling. I'm grateful for the opportunities, lessons, and memories given to me here. His major is business administration, and Caleb plans to continue his career as a soccer player while using his degree to work towards opening indoor soccer complex with his father in Jacksonville. Caleb Villa. Clayton McDaniel, number 17, 2-year Trinity Baptist College soccer player. Caleb wanted to say, I would call my experience at TBC a dream come true. My whole life I wanted the opportunity to play college soccer and go to school, and here I got both of them. It was tough being away from home because I obviously miss my family and friends, but this place is incredible. I met students, teammates, coaches, and faculty who challenged me physically, mentally, and spiritually. While here, I majored in secondary education with a focus in math and PE. After graduation, I plan on going back home and teaching, and then eventually going back to school and getting a master's degree in educational leadership, and then working as an administrator in the school system. I want to thank God for everything He has done for me and provided this incredible school for me to attend, and my parents for raising me to make my own decisions and support system they always give me. Clayton McDaniel. Ladies and gentlemen, Trinity Baptist College School.
And thank you, Coach Board, honoring Juan Grimaldo, Caleb Villa, and Clayton McDaniel as they play their final regular season home game as a Trinity Baptist College men's soccer player. One more time, we want to remind you that these three gentlemen took part in the 2015 National Championship that the Eagles, under then coach Bill Brindley, brought home from down in the central part of Florida. Down in Kissimmee was where that national tournament was played. The Eagles are also three-time defending South Region champions. They've made the national tournament 3 straight times. Last year, the Eagles, including Grimaldo, Villa, and McDaniel, finished that tournament in 3rd place in the nation in NCCAA Division II play. So congratulations once again, as these three gentlemen have one more opportunity to show their skills here on the soccer field, as the second half will get underway in just a little bit. We're going to pause here. We'll keep the camera rolling. You'll see the players come back out onto the field for the second half Florida College leads 2-0. Stay with us. We'll be back. And welcome back once again to Trinity Baptist College. The second half between the Eagles and the Falcons of Florida College is just about to get underway. You see the players heading back out onto the field. Falcons lead this one 2-0 on goals from Gruchov Pierre and Yoel Porley. Congratulations again to our seniors, Juan Grimaldo, Caleb Vila, and Clayton McDaniel. We are back underway. Clayton McDaniel, one of the three seniors. Get to know him pretty well over the past couple of years. Juan Grimaldo, Caleb Vila, two terrific young gentlemen in their own right. Hate to see them leave, but glad they're doing it the only way we want them to, and that is through graduation. I know Coach Ellie Jean is going to miss them both on the field and in the classroom as well, finishing up their college careers this year. Fernandez sends the ball downfield. It hits off of DeLance and goes out of bounds, so that'll be a throw in for the Falcons. Of course, we get an opportunity. We want to recognize the seniors on this Florida College Falcons roster as well. They're finishing up their regular season as well, and they're hoping to do it with an undefeated record, as the Falcons came into today's play with a perfect 11-0 record on the season. Pretty good way to end your college career with an undefeated season. This one sent down towards number 10, Sorel St. Fleur. He regains control, and the Falcons trying to set up an attack, but there's Gene Hilaire to knock it away. Austin McDaniel, the goalkeeper, he's a senior. Yvonne Rodriguez, Yoel Porley, number 16, Asar Sevilis. Throw in for the Falcons. We're back underway, and this one out of bounds. And the Falcons will get another throw in very deep into Eagles territory. And those are the seniors on this Falcons roster. 4 of them, and congratulations to McDaniel, Rodriguez, Porley, and Sevilis as they also finish up their college careers here in this 2017-18 academic year. Throw in towards the front of the net and headed away. That was Melius, Charlence Melius with the play in front of the net. Eagles on the attack. 2 men chasing the ball, but it's going to be number 18, Mark Domus, that beats both Eagles to the ball. Looks like we have a new goalkeeper in for Florida College. Check that, it appeared to me as a new goalkeeper, but we're told that still is Austin McDaniel in goal. He has 20 saves now on the season, picked one up earlier in the game. That was a header attempt by Clayton McDaniel. Sent downfield towards Pierre. He's battling Zane Downey and Fustel. Contact and a whistle will be called, and this one's going against Pierre. So Eagles ball as Fustel and Hilaire come up to get it back into play. Gene Hilaire with the big boot downfield. Man down for the Falcons. That is Christopher Ospina, and the whistle will stop the clock as we pass the 49-minute mark, 4 minutes into the second half. And we're going to have a timeout as the official calls a trainer onto the field to tend to number 22, Christopher Ospina. So the trainer giving some attention. Ospina still down on his back. And he's getting some help from his teammates. He's now walking under his own power. Very good sign. Glad to see the young man is okay. Walking slowly, and he's heading toward the sidelines. So he's going to head off. Hopefully we'll be able to see him back onto the field before long. No indication of who will come on in place of Ospina. Coach Saif Al-Safir making that decision. And we're back underway, so a new Falcon is on the field. Let you know who that man is as we get a chance to do so. Number 4, Gregorio Calvillo making his way back onto the field. Falcons trying to set up an attack. Gene Hilaire with the clear. Headed back upfield. Grimaldo fields it. Battling Calvillo. Loose ball grabbed by the Falcons. Duero loses control. He heads to the ground. Very slow to get up. Looks like he's grabbing his right ankle. Now Duero is up. Everything seems to be okay. Low line drive to the top of the box. Cleared away once again by the Eagles. St. Fleur takes it away from DeLance, but the Eagles are able to send it back upfield. Charlens Melius battling Rodriguez. Falcons come away with the ball, but there's Melius to take it right back. This one hugs the sidelines for a bit, rolls out of bounds. Falcons ball, quick throw in. Falcons not letting up. They lead 2-0, trying to finish off an undefeated season. Contact, no call. In the left corner. Pierre tries to get it inside, and it's knocked away. A shot attempt for the Falcons. That was Lenny Vasquez. It was knocked away, however, by an Eagles defender. And this one goes out of bounds. It will be Trinity ball. Out of bounds, last touch by the Falcons. So Eagles will have the throw in near midfield. Already Christopher Ospina is back on the field, so glad to see he's all right. And a whistle is against the Eagles, and this one will go to the Falcons on a free kick. Juan Grimaldo, a senior from Guanajuato, Mexico, playing his soccer here at Trinity Baptist College for the last 4 years. Number 16, Caleb Villa from Toa Baja, Puerto Rico. And Clayton McDaniel from Fruitland Park, Florida. Finishing up their college careers on the field, later on in the classroom. This one out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Kyle Altman. For the Falcons, senior Austin McDaniel from Leesburg, Florida. Ball taken away by Pierre. Sends it inside, overshoots his target, and Poveda's there to head it away. Grimaldo looking for a chance down the left side. Sheila DeLance will back it up. Poveda, pass intercepted. And the Eagles retreat, look for another opportunity to advance. Calixte takes the pass from Hilaire, sends it outside and out of the reach of Josh Briones. Midfielder Ivan Rodriguez, he's a senior from Tampa, Florida. Yoel Porley from Montevideo, Uruguay. And number 16, Acer Sevilas, a senior from right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Briones knocks it out of bounds, so the Falcons will have Zach Miller throw it in. He wastes no time getting it back into play to Pierre, and Pierre is trying to beat two men. He gets through both. Cross pass to the middle. Shot attempt and a goal for the Falcons. Beautiful pass by Pierre. Give him an assist. And it's 3-0 in favor of Florida College. Number 10, Sorel St. Fleur on the goal. That is his 7th of the season, first of the afternoon, and second time he has scored this season against the Eagles. Coming up on 54 minutes into this one, it's 3-0, Florida College leads. Pass toward Eagles near midfield. Grimaldo loses control. Falcons pick it up, but there's Calixte to take it right back. Pierre wide open, calling for the ball. Man down is Calvillo. He gets back up, wondering where the whistle is, and now there's the whistle. And we're going to have a yellow card. Looks like it's called against the Eagles. Little late call, and Grimaldo talking over with the official. And the clock stops inside minute 55. Three 3-0 Falcons lead. Grimaldo trying to plead his case. Official processes the card. Christopher Ospina gets ready for the free kick. Back underway, kick right toward the goal and knocked away by Gene Hilaire. St. Fleur with the steal, but Poveda steps up to knock it back upfield for the Eagles. And a good sliding tackle by Ospina, taking the ball away from DeLance and thwarting an Eagles attack. Whistle will delay the throw-in. Eagles have a man at the bench waiting to check in, Ulermans Hilaire. Looks like we'll see him at the next whistle. Out of bounds, and a quick throw in by the Falcons. Briones sends it upfield. Downey giving chase, but this one will reach the goalkeeper. Austin McDaniel playing in his final regular season game for Florida College. Briones could not control it. Falcons trying to advance. Zach Miller with a long pass headed by Poveda. Kept in play. St. Fleur is down. Gets right back up, heads back towards the action. Grimaldo with a couple of Eagles to choose from. He finds Fustel sends it upfield. However, a little too far out of the reach of the Eagles attackers and into the hands of McDaniel. Nice, high, long, deep punt. There's hardly any wind at all. In fact, it's not blowing at all at the moment. Pierre in the corner. This is how they scored a few minutes ago. Pierre cross pass, knocked away by Hilaire, out of bounds, past the sideline, so it looks like it's going to be a throw, and it was tough to tell if it stayed inside the sideline or went back beyond the goal line, and let's see what the call is. It's going to be a throw in for the Eagles right at the corner. Fustel with a big boot towards midfield, headed back up by Aguirre. Anthony Aguirre sends the ball back upfield. Cross pass in the middle. Fernandez knocks it down. St. Fleur could not gain control. Eagles with the steal. Grimaldo looking to advance. Has it knocked away. And we have a whistle. This one's going to go against Gregorio Calvillo. Eagles immediately with the free kick. And the Falcons take it away. Out of bounds, just to the left of us. Substitution now for the Eagles as Ulerman Soler heads on to the field for the first time. And once everything's set, Fustel will throw in for Trinity. Juan Grimaldo heads to the sidelines to catch his breath. We're certain to see him again before long. We're in minute 59. Falcons lead 3-0, and they will have the throw in. Goal scored by Pierre, Porley, and St. Fleur. Right inside the circle, Trinity wins the battle but loses control of the ball right away. And the Falcons on the attack. Pierre called for the offsides. He was looking for a chance to score. Gene Hilaire waiting for the signal. Officials giving up the hold and play, and now we're back underway. Briones gets to the outside, loses control of the ball. Falcons on the attack again, long pass towards St. Fleur. Duero sends it upfield. Only Eagles nearby, and Fernandez clears it away. Quick throw in is headed out of bounds. And now deep in Eagles territory, Alejandro Duero will throw it in. Out of bounds, this one will go to the Falcons right at the Eagles bench. Long pass outside towards Miller. Briones is able to come up, clear it away. Last touch by Miller, and a throw in for the Eagles. Fustel throws it in. Man coming up on Briones. He'll send it towards the backfield. Fernandez with a man on him. Now 2 men on. Vasquez on the defense trying to take the ball away and set up a chance to score. Long shot attempt for Ivan Rodriguez. High and wide. Second attempt for Rodriguez. 9 overall for the Falcons. 3 of them have gone in. Briones will head to the sidelines with She Love DeLance. Clayton McDaniel makes his way back onto the field. Brenner Pittman joins him in the center of the field. Fernandez with the kick towards the circle. Headed upfield by Milius. Ball right in front of us. Battle for the ball. And off the leg of McDaniel and a throw in for the Falcons. And we have the whistle substitution. Far end of the field. Long throw in. Fustel trying to beat 1-on-2. He gets around 2. Outside to McDaniel, cleared away. Headed upfield, Pierre. 1-on-2. Gene Hilaire is able to knock it away and keep Pierre from getting off a shot. Good defense by Gene Hilaire. 4 Falcons over at the scorer's table, ready to check in. And here they come. Minute 64. Florida College leads 3-0. Pierre heading for the sideline to catch his breath. Zach Miller waiting for the signal to throw in and resume play. There's the whistle, and we're back underway. Miller keeps it in bounds, a good pass, but missed its intended target, Yoel Porley. Last touch by the Falcons, and a throw in for Trinity. Falcons trying to set up another chance. Alexis Cazada near midfield gets it outside Duero. Duero finds a teammate near the Trinity bench to the right side and defended by looked like Alvaro Poveda. Throw in for the Falcons deep in Trinity territory. Header towards a goal, and Altman's able to pick it up. Ball right at midfield, high pop. Fernandez looking for some help to the left side. He finds Poveda. Poveda sends it upfield but has it taken away. Outside, Porley down the right side is tripped. No call. And some contact again near the corner. And this one is out of bounds. Another Falcon makes his way on to the field. Number 32, Nicholas Ortiz on the field for the Falcons. Yvonne Rodriguez, the man that heads off in favor of Ortiz. Corner kick, angled toward the goal. Sheila DeLance with the defense, and he sends it upfield for the Eagles. Ball taken back. Going to be a free kick for Florida College. Angled toward the goal, and a header is in, and that is Bernardo Ortiz with the shot and the goal for the Falcons. Bernardo Ortiz with the header off the free kick. And it's a 4-0 Falcons lead. Eagles get it back underway. Minute 68. Cleared away by Fustel. So 4 different Falcons have scored, and they lead 4-0. Falcons not letting up. Cross pass to Poorly, just outside the box. And we're going to have another free kick for the Falcons. Sheila DeLance called for the trip. This one just outside the corner of the box, almost the same place we saw a minute ago. And just as he did before, Nicholas Ortiz sets up for the kick towards the goal, and this header is out of bounds. Two new Falcons heading onto the field as they get ready for another corner kick. Zach Miller and Alejandro Duero head off. Luke Hurd on the field for the Falcons. Corner kick, but the whistle is going to nullify the kick. Zane Downey takes the goal kick. Way past the stripe. Big, big kick for Zane Downey. Falcons on the attack once again. And a whistle is going to give the ball to the Eagles. Hilaire taps it back into play. Now Gene Hilaire trying to beat 2. Ball came off his foot a little too far. He lost control. Valverde sending it towards Altman, who picks it up on the roll. Falcon man down, raising his hand, and he's going to draw the officials' attention. And we have approximately 20 minutes left to go. Again, this Thursday afternoon, women's soccer as Trinity Baptist College hosts Florida College once again. Those two teams tied 1-1 back on October 10th. Kristen Pabin scored the game tying goal with less than a minute to play. So the two teams who played that game down in Temple Terrace will meet right here on this field here in Jacksonville's West Side. 4 o'clock kickoff, and we'll have it for you live right here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. That will be the final regular season home game for women's soccer. We are hosting the South Region Tournament in the women's bracket, and that will take place November 2nd and will conclude on November 4th. Porley beats Poveda to the ball, and he is tripped up, and Porley is down. We'll see if that was inside the box or not. We have a yellow card. That's going to go against Trinity. Porley back on his feet. And if that was inside the line, a little hard to tell from this vantage point, that'll be a penalty kick for the Falcons. All right, now the ball is placed just outside the line. So apparently the foul occurred outside the box, but it is still a direct free kick for Florida College. Little touch pass and a shot blocked by Melius. Another substitution for the Falcons. Mark Domus heads to the sidelines. 2 new players come on, including a new goalkeeper, as Austin McDaniel heads off. If we don't see him return, he will finish with 20 saves on the season. And we'll see who the new goalkeeper is. Going to be a free kick for the Eagles. About 18 minutes left to play. Melius was the Eagle down. He's up. He and Porley shake hands. Good sportsmanship once again. And Downey gets the whistle. We're back underway. Cleared back up front. Eagles get it back, trying to score an attack. Ortiz and Fernandez tie things up. And the official's going to talk to Ortiz. Going to be a free kick for the Eagles. Simple tap back into play. Hilaire could not control it. Taken away by Chris Berisha, and the whistle. We have an offsides call against the Falcons. So free kick coming up for Trinity. Approximately 17 minutes left on the clock. As the sun gets close to sunset time, it is behind us to the west, and it's making things a little difficult for the players who have to look across the field now into the sun. Might see the shadow from the tower getting longer and longer onto the field. There's a man down right at the center of the field. It is an Eagle. Looks to be Angelo Fernandez. Trainer is out. Final regular season game for Florida College. Should the score hold up, they will finish with a perfect record of 12 wins and no losses. Fernandez slow to get up, helped up by Poorly. Those two have battled hard all afternoon. So Fernandez walking, but he's getting help by two young men, Poorly and Melius. He's heading off. Eagles getting ready to take the free kick. Zane Downey waiting for the whistle. Jeremy Telis on the field in place of Fernandez. Downey with the kick. Directed well downfield, but headed away. Gene Hilaire trying to set up an attack. Gets by one, but has it taken. Berisha with the steal, out of bounds, and this one's going to the Eagles. Ortiz sends it up to Poorly. One man to beat. And Charlance Melius steals the ball away. Povada with the big kick downfield off the foot of McDaniel. Stolen away by the Falcons. They have had much better ball control in these last several minutes. Nick Sikoria intended his pass for Chris Berisha. Falcons are able to maintain possession, get it back close to midfield. Hurd sends it across the field looking for Poorly. And Poorly could not get there in time, so it's a throw in for the Eagles. Heading onto the field, number 7, Nathan Williams, making his first appearance of the afternoon. Eagles deep in their own territory. And we're going to have a whistle against the Falcons. It'll be a free kick for Trinity. And the Eagles are going to reset. And a tap pass across the field to Garrett Fustel. Sends it upfield. Williams in the vicinity, but could not beat Cazada to the ball. Sikoria finds a man to the outside. Cross pass toward the middle. Ortiz could not get there. Downey heads it up. Berisha giving chase. Finds a man in the corner. Cross pass. Altman knocks it down. Fortunately, no other Falcons near the ball. Passed outside to Berisha. Nicholas Ortiz called for the offsides. And the Falcons will retreat, look for a chance to set up another play. Poorly finds Ortiz. Loose ball at the top of the box. Hurd and DeLance with the battle. She Loved DeLance wins that battle, finds Clayton McDaniel near midfield. And a tripping call that will go against Jesus Hawit. And the Eagles will have a free kick at midfield. Approximately 13 minutes to go. Hawit finds Ortiz, trying to beat one. Altman with the foot save on the shot attempt by Bernardo Ortiz. Ortiz beat his defender. Tried to get off the shot, but Kyle Altman, quick reflexes, he knocked it away for his second save of the day. Corner kick coming up for Florida College. Ten and a half minutes left to go. Corner kick for the Falcons. Curves inward toward the goal. A header attempt just wide to the left. That was Jesus Hawit. So a goal kick coming up for Trinity. Big punt towards midfield. DeLance battling Hurd. DeLance finds McDaniel, trying to beat one man. Now 1-on-3. Williams with the header toward the goal. Ball's kept in play. Eagles with the shot. And a save again on the rebound. McDaniel got off the shot. It was knocked away. He tried a second chance. Adam Rahman with a couple of nifty saves inside the net, right in front of the line. Excellent job by Rahman. Came in with 5 saves on the afternoon. He picked up a job by Adam Rahman. Rahman knocked one down, and the rebound shot, he was able to catch and fall on top of it. Keep that ball out of the net. Downey sends it upfield. Clayton McDaniel finds Williams. Williams trying to beat Santos. And Santos is able to clear it away. And we're going to have a whistle called against the Eagles. Under 10 minutes to go. Closer to 8 minutes left, and the kick. Porley with a good steal, or rather good possession, able to control that long pass. He got off the shot, but it was wide to the left. Porley has one of the 4 goals for the Falcons. He got that in minute 33. And the shot would have been nullified anyway, as Porley was called for the offsides. Fustel with a big kick toward the top of the box. And the Falcons come up with the possession. Sikoria tripped from behind. Charlene Melius picks up the foul and a free kick for the Falcons. Out of bounds, and it will be Eagles ball. Another ball on the field is the reason for the delay. Altman clears that extra ball away. Substitution also for Trinity, and we're back underway. Juan Grimaldo back on for the Eagles. Downey sends it upfield. However, Sikoria is there with the header, but the Eagles regain possession. Clayton McDaniel in the middle. Retreats towards the circle. Sends it outside. Caleb Villa, one of our 3 seniors, with control. Ball taken away by Sevillas. Eagles with another opportunity. Williams could not control it. Excellent defense again by the Falcons. Right in the center circle, and a violation called against the Eagles. Free kick taken right away by Hawit. Over near the corner, out of bounds, Trinity ball. Under 6 minutes remain. Falcons with control near midfield. Briones knocks it away, but Falcons regain control. Poorly going 1-on-2. Finds a teammate, Jason Villalon. And the Eagles will send it back to Altman. He can set up a chance to attack. Man on Zowney. Acer Sevillas got on Zane Downey. McDaniel with a man coming up from behind. Pass intended for Briones, taken away by Luke Hurd. Sevillas has the ball taken away by Melius. And Poorly from the left side. Contact, no call. Poorly down, ball out of bounds. Kyle Altman gets ready for the goal kick. And he gives away to Zane Downey. Long goal kick to midfield. And ball out of bounds. It'll be Eagles ball. Long boot out of bounds. Of course, the Falcons now just playing defense in the backfield. They're trying to score if they get an opportunity. Just a few minutes remain on the clock. Falcons lead 4-0. Grimaldo has the ball taken and a battle for it back, and Grimaldo will be called for the push. Nasir Sevillas guarding Grimaldo. He draws a foul and a free kick for his team. Alexis Cazada with a long pass across the field. Ball in the corner, kept in bounds. Eagles looking for an opportunity to get on the board as we have about 2 minutes left to play. Vila finds Briones to the right. Now back toward the middle. McDaniel's wide open to the right. Pass intended. Williams is called for the offsides, or rather, we're going to have a trip instead. So the Eagles have a direct free kick. Josh Briones can hit from this distance and beyond. So the Eagles have an opportunity to get on the board. Caleb Villa with Zane Downey and Josh Briones. We'll see which one takes this kick as the Falcons set up four-man wall and a fifth just to the side. Villa with the shot and just a bit too high. Caleb Villa getting an opportunity to score. Got under it just a little too much. So Rahman will set up for the goal kick. Of course, the Falcons can now just run out the clock. If I have my time right, we are under a minute to go. Caleb Villa with an opportunity for possession, and that is going to do it. So this one ends with a final score: Florida College Falcons 4, Trinity Baptist Eagles nothing. The Falcons have completed an undefeated season with a record of 12 wins and no losses. So congratulations to the United States Collegiate Athletic Association Florida College Falcons. For the Eagles, that is their final regular season home game. Now with a record of 5-8-1. They have one left to play in the regular season at Southeastern University this Thursday night. Kickoff is scheduled for 7:30 p.m. And the Division II South Region Tournament at Bob Jones University in Greenville, South Carolina begins on Thursday, November 2nd. This Thursday, the Lady Eagles take on the Florida College Falcons right here on this field with a 4 p.m. kickoff. In case you missed the news, Eagles women's soccer, the #1 team in this week's ranking in NCCAA Division II. Well, thank you for watching us all season long. We'll see you Thursday afternoon. We want to thank head coach Ellie Jean, his assistants Josh O'Hara and Carlos Sebastian. Our game day coordinator is Mr. Ethan Horn, our athletic director, Mr. John D. Jones. Dean Bureau is our cameraman. Another terrific job. I'm Ray Bureau. Until Thursday, saying good night and God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.